Hello, this is question 1 from the 2019 winter paper 1-2 of the Cambridge International Education Maths course. You can find a link to the image of the question in the description below. But as you can see, it's short, so most of it is going to be written on the screen. Now they tell us a little more. They tell us the coefficient of x squared is 3. After we multiply this out, any answer we get, let's say equals, and we'll have some number here, I can't use a, so let me use a C1, then we'll have a C2 with an x there, and then we'll have some other number, C3 with x squared. That's the one they told us. And then we'll have another one, C4 with x cubed. And so this will go on and on and on. And actually we can tell how many x's there'll be in the end. There'll be 6 x's from this, and another 1 x here. The final number up here will be C8 with x to the power of 7. So they're really just telling us that this number here is 3. That's what that means when they say the coefficient of x squared in this expansion is 3. If we multiply all this out, this number is going to be 3. And that's the first way you could answer this question. You could multiply this whole thing out. I've seen students do it. It will take a little while, but you will get it'll get a correct answer. That's okay. But let's think of a couple of smarter ways to do it. Okay, the first way, and the main way really, is to know the binomial expansion. So let me write this out again. 4 plus ax multiplied by this. Now this, we can do a binomial expansion on this. It's 2 terms, 1 plus x over 2 to the power of 6. This, we learn how to get each term of this with the binomial expansion. Now I won't teach it here, I'll just show you what it is. Binomial expansion will tell us the first term to the power of 6, that's 1, plus 6, choose 1. So let me write, let me write here, 6, choose 1. Now that's just 6 in this case. Multiplied by the first term to the power of 5, again that's just 1. And the second term to the power of 1, over 2. And in fact, let me just rub this out, because 6 choose 1 is just 6. So we'll get 6. The next term will be 6 choose 2, which is 15. 6 choose 2 is 15. 1 to the power of 4 is just 1. And what have we got? X over 2 to the power of 2. So that's x squared over 4. And again, because we know these choose numbers, 6 choose 3 is 20, I believe. Yeah, there it is. There. That'll be 20. 1 is easy. This one's just going to be x cubed. It's going to go up 1 each time. This guy's going to go 4, 8. We could actually write all these out. I'll actually stay going because it is quite easy to do. To the power of 16 plus 6. They're symmetrical when we do these choose numbers. 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1 is going to happen. So this will be x to the power of 5. That'll be over 32. And the last one will be 1x to the power of 6 over 64. Okay, so that's a quicker way than doing just multiplying this out 6 times. Still, we didn't need to do this. And again, because we'd have to go further, there's 7 terms here, and there's 2 terms here. Multiply them together. That's 14 terms I'd have to do out here. Quite doable. You could do that in the exam, but again, you don't need to do even that. I would use this knowledge I have here, but I would not have found this guy. I wouldn't have found this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. All I would have done is found these 2 here. Because they told us we were only interested in x squared. We were only interested in, ax squared would be fine, I guess. 3x squared, they tell us the answer is going to be. Not a is up here. And they tell us the answer is going to be 3x squared, one of the parts of all this. So the only things we would have had to be interested in is this guy when it's multiplied by this one. Let me put a line in there. And this one when they're multiplied by that. And that's it. That's the only way we could have got x squared in this whole thing. 4 times 1, there's no x squared. 4 times x cubed, no x squared. X times a number, that's just an x, no. X times x, that'll get an x squared, or a number times an x squared. That's the only way. So really all this can be boiled down to 4 multiplied by 15 multiplied by x squared divided by 4. They cancel already. And then plus, where was our other one? ax multiplied by this. So that's ax multiplied by 6 multiplied by x divided by 2. Again, 2 goes into the 6 3 times. So let me clean that up. I'll rub this out here. So if we clean this up, we get 15x squared plus, well, we got 3a x squared. That's would be the x squared component of this whole thing. And they told us at the very start that that's equal 3. The coefficient of x squared is 3. All these have x squared, so let's just get rid of the x squares. And really what it's telling us is 15 plus 3a is equal to 3. That means 3a is equal, take 15 from both sides, we get minus 12. A is simply equal to minus 4. That's the answer. All this, you did not need to do all that I did there. You just need to ask yourself, what was the x component going to be? And you would have needed the binomial expansion. You would have needed to know that it was 6x divided by 2. You would have needed to know you were going to need the x squared component to multiply by the 4. But you would not have had to write any of that down. Okay, so that's question 1. If you have any questions yourself, how I did this, put them in the comments below. I will have a class, it's not up yet on the internet, but I will have a class eventually on the binomial expansion. It's quite interesting, but really it's just a tool we use. It will probably be given to you in the exam in formula tables or something like that. So you will be given the formula for this somewhere, most likely. Alright, have a good day and I'll see you next time.